We will be discussing about closure properties of context-free languages. So let's start with the introduction. So basically context-free languages are the languages accepted by push-down automata. Context-free language is type 2 languages. These can be generated by context-free grammar. So basically context-free languages are closed under three properties, that is union, concatenation and clean closure. We will be discussing about all the three properties one by one with examples. So let's start with union. So context-free languages are closed under union. If we take two context-free languages L1 and L2 and take their union, we would be getting a context-free language. So let me explain you with an example. Let L1 be a raised to the power m, b is raised to the power n, and where m is greater than equal to 0. So basically this language is saying number of a's and number of b's are equal, and second language L2 is equals to c raised to the power n, d raised to the power, where n is greater than equal to 0. So this language is saying number of c's and number of d's must be equal. So when we take the union of these two languages, the union says that either of the conditions should be met. That means either a raised to the power a must be equal to b, number of a's must be equal to b, or number of c must be equal to d. So this can easily be accepted by push-down automata. So we can see that push-down automata, we can see that context-free languages are closed under union. Discuss the next property, that is concatenation. So context free languages are closed under concatenation. So that means if we take two languages which are context free, then their concatenation, that is L1 dot L2, is also context free. Let's see that with an example. We are taking the same example which we took for a union. So basically concatenation says that the number of a's should be equal to number of b's, then the number of c's should be equal to number of d's, and we can only use one stack for push down automata. So this can easily be made by push down automata. So we can do that. First we will push for a, we will push the number of a's, then we will pop for number of b's, and then we will push for number of c's, and we will pop for number of d's. So this language can be accepted by push down automata, hence it is context free. So context free language is closed under concatenation. So let's discuss our next property, that is clean closure. Context free languages are closed under clean closure. Clean closure, also known as star operation, is if language L is context free, then it's clean closure. L star is also context free. So let me show an example. Let L be a raised to the power m, b raised to the power m. So corresponding grammar would be S derives a capital A B or epsilon. So the clean star of language will be a raised to the power m, b raised to the power m star. So the corresponding grammar will have production S1 derives S1 or epsilon. Basically any string can be obtained from this production. If you want null string, we can just put epsilon instead of s1. If we want one length string, we can put s. If we want two length string, we can put s instead of s1, and so on and so forth. We will get each and every string. So that's why clean closure, CFLs are closed under clean closure. Discuss few properties on which context free languages are not closed. So these properties are intersection and complementation. So let's start with intersection. If L1 and L2 are two context free languages, then their intersection may or may not be context free. So for example, we take L1 equals to a raised to the power n, b raised to the power n, and c raised to the power n, which means that number of a's and b are same and c is different. And the next language is a raised to the power m, b raised to the power n, c raised to the, which means number of b's and number of c's are same. So if we concatenate these, so we would get a language that is a raised to the power n, b raised to the power n, c raised to the power n, which means number of a's are equal to number of b's are equal to number of c's, which is not context free, because in push down automata we can have only one stack, and it is not possible to make this language with using only one stack. So this language is not context free. So that means CFLs are not closed under intersection, but they can be closed on some certain conditions. Like if we take a language L1, if L1 is context free and L2 is regular language, then when we take their intersection, that is a context free language. Let's discuss our next property, that is complementation. So context free languages are not closed under complementation. If L1 is context free and we take its complementation, that is denoted by this symbol, it is not necessarily context free. So let's take an example to prove this fact. So let's assume that complement of every context free language is also context free. So let us take two context free languages, L1 and L2. So we have seen earlier that context free languages are closed under union. So we are using this property, um, that is a CFL. But we have seen earlier that that CFLs are not closed under intersection. So our whole assumption is wrong. So that's why CFLs are not closed under complementation. See few questions to understand the concept we have learned so far. So the first question is, we have been giving three languages and we have to tell which all are context free languages. So first language is a raised to the power m, b raised to the power n. So number of a's must be different to number of b's. So this is a context free languages, as we can build a push down automata for this language. For language 2, the number of a's and number of b's are equal, so that's a simple question. We can just push a's and pop for number of b's. So this is also context free language. Now let's see for C. So L3 is not a context free language since we have to maintain two stacks for it. So L3 is not a context free language. L1 and L2 are context free languages, but L3 is not a context free language. So let's move on to next question. So in this question also we have been given two languages and we have to tell which of the languages are context free language. So L1 is quite a simple question and it's common from our previous observation. So L1 is a context free language. It simply says that number of zeros and number of ones must be equal. So we can easily make a PDF for it, and L1 is a context free language. So let's move on to language 2. So language 2 says that language 2 contains all strings of form WCWR. That means where W is strings of A's and B's and WR is reverse of W. So we can take an example for this string, that is AABBCBBAA. So this is a simple example for this language. So to accept this language, we can construct a push down automata which will push all symbols on stack before C. So we can push all the symbols on stack before C. So after C comes, we can input string. If symbol on input string matches with symbol on stack, it is pop. So language 2 can be accepted. So language 2 is also a push context free language. So I hope I was able to explain you the closure properties of context free languages. If you have any doubt, please feel free to comment down in the YouTube's comment section. Thank you.